All right, what's going on today, YouTube? Welcome back to your favorite cyclist YouTube channel. This week, well, we're talking about the Muc-Off Big Bore valves again. But before we get into today's video, if you are new to my channel, make sure you head down below, hit that subscribe button for me. If you already are subscribed, make sure you hit that bell icon right next to that. That way you get notified every time I upload. That way you don't miss any of this awesome cycling content on this channel. So, like I said, today we're talking about the Muc-Off Big Bore valve stems again. Now, if you're not familiar with the Muc-Off Big Bore valve stems, pretty much a year ago we installed them here on my mountain bike here, and that's these little blue guys right here. Now, what makes the Muc-Off Big Bore valve stem different than everything else? Essentially, the big thing is there's no valve core in these, not at all. Instead of a valve core, they actually use a ball valve instead of a valve core to hold the air in, release air, all that kind of stuff that normally a valve core would do. With that being the case, it kind of eliminates valves getting clogged up with sealant. I have not had an issue with them. And we've had these guys now for a little over a year, and I really like these. Now, the ones on my mountain bike, these are the Big Bore hybrid system. Now, what does that mean? That means these guys essentially are made to go into a presta-sized hole on your wheel, but then at the other end, it converts it to a schrader valve. So you can use a regular schrader valve pump, all that kind of stuff. So the way I worded it was, this is the best way to convert from a presta valve to a schrader valve without having to do anything other than just buy the valves. And I've been very happy with them. They work really well. Now, I've heard some of you ask me, well, what about presta valve? What if I just wanted to use a standard presta valve instead of the hybrid system? What if I want something a little more sleeker? Well, Muc-Off has that solution for you. Enter in the Big Bore valve lite version here. So you can see I have this installed on my Poseidon Redwood, my gravel bike here, and it looks kind of similar to the blue ones I have on my mountain bike. That's because essentially they are. Everything essentially on the wheel side of this ball valve is exactly the same as the Big Bore hybrid system. The only difference is this part right here where the ball valve is, and then of course the little valve up here. And pretty much the big difference is this is just a presta valve. That's all it really is. You unscrew this cap right here, and essentially there's just a presta valve under there. Works perfectly for any presta valve pump. Anything like that. Looks a little bit sleeker, not as bulky as the hybrid one. And it gives you the same benefits as the larger Big Bore system, just in a much smaller package. Kind of a little sleeker for smaller bikes. Because I'll be honest, the hybrid one, it looks good on a mountain bike because burly, it's beefy, right? But on my gravel bikes, for my road bike, I don't necessarily want big and burly. I want something that's kind of sleeker, not as imposing. I want something that blends in a little bit more and kind of goes with the thinner tubes, thinner tires, stuff like that on a gravel bike. So, same thing applies for this ball valve right here. Now, some of you will notice this ball valve right now, it is closed. And if you have ever used a ball valve before, you know that's kind of backwards. Generally, if a ball valve is closed, the pin across here would actually be going this way versus this way. This way is generally closed, this way is open. I did talk to Muc-Off about that. It's just kind of a looks thing. If it was sideways on here, it would look kind of funky. So they decided to have it straight up and down in line with the valve to have it closed. It's something that bugs you at first. Once you get used to it, it really doesn't bug you very much. And I haven't had an issue with it. It works all really great. So pretty much big deal with these. You can unscrew this valve cap here. And essentially, like I said, there's no valve core. So there's nothing to tap right here. Pretty much if you want to let air in or out, you just go ahead, you just turn that guy. And it lets air out that way. Pretty easy. Works really well to get your tire pressure aired down, which is why I really like it on my dirt bikes, my mountain bike, my gravel bike, because we need to let some air out. And it lets it out really, really easy, or away from where any sealant could potentially come out. And it's just clean and easy to use with gloves. Haven't had an issue. It works really well for those kind of cases. And boom, there we drop about 5 to 7 pounds-ish in these tires. Ready to kind of do whatever we need to do. Now, some of you are wondering, what do you do to fill this thing up, right? Because you can't fill it up if it's still closed, right? So, to fill it up, any standard presta pump, you can do this. All you have to do is get your presta head. We're just going to go ahead and put that onto our valve, just like you would anything. Lock it into place. Once it's locked into place, you can open this ball valve up. Whoop! Open that guy up. Didn't lose any air. It just filled the tube up. And you're set to continue. You're set to pump up your tire from there. So, we'll just go back up to what we were at. There we go. All right, right back to where we were at. Now, if we go ahead and take this, if we were to go ahead and take this guy off right here, gonna let all the air out. So what you got to do first, you got to close this valve up. So straight up and down, just like that. Once you do that, you just go ahead, release your valve, and you're all set to go. That's all you have to do with these valves. It is the easiest thing to do, works really well, and it's just a clean look on your bike. So for me personally, I love the Muc-Off Big Bore valves. If I can only run one valve on all my tubeless bikes, it would be the Big Bore valves. And of course, it just depends on what you're looking to do. If you're looking for that sleeker look, sticking with the presta valve, the lights work great. If you want the kind of burlier look, you want a schrader valve instead of the presta valve, the hybrids are kind of the way to go. And so it really just depends on what you're looking to do, and they have both options readily available to you. And like I said, I've done no maintenance on these on either bike, either my gravel bike or my mountain bike. I've done zero maintenance on any of the valves. And along with that, it makes adding sealant so easy because there is no core to remove. You just open it up, let the air out, shove your sealant through your injector, and then just close it up, add air, close it up, and you're set to go. Easiest way to add sealant, easiest way to use tubeless tires, in my honest opinion here. So if you guys are interested in checking out a set of Muc-Off Big Bore valves, whether the lights or the hybrids, there's going to be links in the description down below. Big thanks to Muc-Off for sending me out the lights so I could try the lights out. I bought the hybrids myself because I thought they were a great valve and I thought you guys would enjoy those. So big thanks to Muc-Off for making great products like this. If you guys enjoyed the video or maybe you learned something new today, give this video a big thumbs up. Appreciate the support. Any comments or questions, let me know down in the comment section below. Love talking to you guys. Love answering questions you guys have. And I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching today.